All right, let's look at absolute value and mostly just like what is absolute value? What does it mean when you see these two lines on either side of numbers or letters in this case? So these symbols, these tall lines are absolute value. And I want us to think about if, let's say that we are at a location here. So here's us. And we go 14.2 miles. There's a a spot where we could go this direction, and we're in, let's say we're in Smyrna. It's a little town, right? Or we could go 14.2 miles in this direction, and let's say that we're in Douglasville. No, I'm just making up those distances, but let's pretend. All right. So we could go either direction, right? And we'd be in those locations. That is our that 14.2 miles is our absolute value or our distance, right? If we think about that on a number line though, it's going to look flat usually. Sometimes it's vertical, but a lot of times it's flat, and our location would be at 0. And so think about it on a number line, this is 14.2, but this would be negative 14.2. But if this is Douglasville and we travel there, our distance is a positive 14.2 miles, right? You can't travel a negative amount of miles. You just go in that direction. It just happens to be that you're going in a negative direction. If I go in this direction, I've also gone 14.2 miles, but now I've landed at Smyrna, right? So the absolute value means the actual distance that you've traveled. It's always going to be a positive number because your distance is always positive. But you could have gone to a negative number. It's just that your distance was positive. So in this case, there are two answers. R could be negative 14.2 because we could have gone to Douglasville, but we've traveled a positive 14.2 miles. Or R could be 14.2 because we went to Smyrna, and that is still 14.2 miles. It's just in a different direction, right? And so those are the two answers. So let me show you the nice printed answer here. Is going to look like this, just so you know what the notation looks like. It's going to have brackets, or it could be written, something like this, or it could be written plus or minus 14.2, something like that. You'll see it written all kinds of ways, but essentially you just need to know that the absolute value of a positive number is the positive value of that and the negative value of that. So those are your two options. All right. I hope that helps to clear it up. It's not a simple concept. Yeah. All right. See you next time.